Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, to our FC25 Manchester City career mode. We're approaching the halfway point of Season 3, where things have not been going so well. For 16 Premier League games, we're down in third position, and we are behind. We are way behind Arsenal at the top there. We've had some really poor results, and we've got to do better, and I'm sure we can pick things up, hopefully, in today's episode. If we can do, we can get right back in the title race. At the moment, we feel like we're way out of. So in store today is Wolves at home, Hull City away, Brentford at home, Bournemouth at home, and also Everton at home in the Cup as well. Now, we're going to play the Cup game against Everton at home. We've got a game against Bristol City as well coming up as well, but we're definitely going to end the episode with that one. We'll work out between which games we play between Wolves at home, Brentford at home, and also Bournemouth at home. We'll play one of those. And we'll also play Hull City away, a new side in the Premier League. They've actually got a real ground in this game, so I'd like to go to their ground, considering we're expecting them to be relegated. We'll play whoever's highest between Wolves, Brentford and Bournemouth, and to find that out, we'll look at the league table here. That's the calendar. So Wolves, Brentford and Bournemouth. Who is higher? Who is higher? Well, they're all doing pretty bad. Wolves and Bournemouth are down bottom of the table. Brentford in 16, so we'll play Brentford at home. We'll simulate Bournemouth, we'll simulate Wolves, who are actually below Hull City in the Premier League table. Firstly came Wolves at home, and the City side are still causing themselves problems, but we don't lose 3-2 like we've done plenty of times in the last episode. Omar Marmoush scores in the 88th minute to get a 3-3 draw with 19th place Wolves. Goals, a double from Haaland. They took the lead. They scored first to make it 1-0. Haaland made it 1-1. Haaland made it 2-1 to City. Then we shipped 2 goals in the space of a few minutes to Rodrigo Gomes, who made it 3-2 to Wolves. But we did get an 88th minute goal from Marmoush, an equaliser at 3-0. But more points dropped. Not the way I want to start today's episode, City. So Hull City away to kick off today's episode in first bit of gameplay, and we're looking to try and get back to winning ways. And with that, we've changed again tactically, which I don't like to do. I like to stick with something throughout the season, but I've had to change again here today. We're going to go with Costa in goal, Frimpong, Kasanov, Vardiol and Cambiasso at the back 4. Edison's going to start alongside captain Roger in the midfield 2 is Xavi Simons back from injury. His first appearance since then, he'll start in the attacking midfield role. It's Savinho on the right, Foden not in there today, Marmoush on the left and Haaland through the middle of the bench. You've got Oscarson, Doku, Bob, Foden, Diaz, Nico, Wharton and Camavinga. Looking to bring any of those players on ready to try and make an impact, and hopefully City have a better performance here today. Well, away here today at the KC Stadium against the Wolves side, Hull side. Wolves side both wear orange, don't they, and black, which put me off there. Hull back in the Premier League once again. I remember this Hull side in the Premier League with Harry Maguire, Andy Robertson. They also had, what was he called, Jake Livermore and Tom Huddleston in the midfield as well. Abel Hernandez up top. They've had some really good players over the years, Robbie Brady and so on. It's good to see them back in the Premier League. They're going to teeter a relegation this season with their first year back in it. They've got a real stadium. They've got a real team that they're building towards being a Premier League steady side. This Manchester City side out of form come here looking to get back to winning ways. Pep Guardiola has got to work out what's going on with this Manchester City team. So this is this newly promoted side for Hull City. How do they line up? In a 4-3-3 they go with Ivo Pando in goal. It's Drame, Captain Jones, Whitehouse and Giles. The back 4, Mazzato, Alvarado and Slater there as well. Muzzy up top, Belluni, Busto. I don't think they've got any players really that stick out to me as top quality. Defeated today, and can we see them with a side to get Manchester City back to the best of form after a bad start to the season? Is it a ball for an early chance here, and Costa. Does the City goalkeeper try and control that and block it with his foot away for a throw-in? He baits them in to make the challenge. Then he plays Frimpong. Here's Jeremy Frimpong. Goes wide towards Savinho. Through towards Frimpong again here. And back onto Savinho. And Savinho gives City the lead at the KC. And that's a little bit more like it. And those two combine on the right like we want to see them do. And they do so pretty well there. Good finish by Savinho. An assist for Jeremy Frimpong. Statistically, numbers-wise, our players aren't performing well. I mean, we usually see Haaland score as many goals as he's played games. That's not currently up there at the moment. Marmoush not really in there either. No one's quite been the creative hub in assist-wise. Well, there we are. Marmoush, Haaland, Savinho are front 3, and Savinho's the first one to open the scoring off that right-hand side. 1-0 Manchester City. That is more like it. You quite expect him to. And he's hold-up play this time from Marmoush. He's quite impressive. And he's played Haaland here. And back in towards Savinho. Good defending by Hull. And Frimpong onto Roger, but straight away City looks so much better here today. Might be the quality of opposition. Brilliant. Savinho. Great feet again. Savinho for 2. What a save by the keeper. Xavi. Through to Savinho. What a ball. Across to Haaland. Here! Oh! What a miss from Erling Haaland. That is terrible. Turn and twist. And he's got a lot of power. Rodri. Out to Marmoush. Out to Cambiasso. Xavi. Back into Marmoush here. Oh, it's not the first time today Marmoush played a poor pass, but City get away with it. Haaland to Marmoush here. And Omar Marmoush for City. And it's saved again by the keeper, and it should be 3-0. Where'd they go? Cambiasso. They run away from Andrea Cambiasso as well, and he chases here. Cambiasso dives in. This will be Hull City's only chance of the game. Costa makes the save. And on towards Frimpong. Xavi Simons should do better. Second chance at it. Frimpong is in here. Frimpong for City. 2-0. Well, this is exercising the demons, really, of this City side. 2-0 up against Hull City now and needed. Xavi Simons an assist. He's made a big impact to this side, Xavi. He really has. And Frimpong scores. Xavi gets a little bit lucky with a poor bit of play. 2-0 over Hull here, but I want a drub in a Hull. I want this to be 5 or 6-0 City. Doesn't matter to Rodri. Dealt with easily. Xavi Simons. Marmoush is central. Marmoush. Haaland. Haaland this time! Oh my word! He's been terrible this season, Haaland. He really has. Kusanov. It's a fantastic ball towards Xavi Simons here. It could be a big troll for Hull. Xavi. Through to Marmoush. What a ball! Omar Marmoush. Marmoush! Great challenge. Better in today's episode to start this one anyway. Marmoush into Savinho. Wide to Frimpong again. Here's Jeremy Frimpong. He's looking for options. Flips it in. Xavi Simons! Oh my god. Wide to Frimpong. There's no one in the middle. Frimpong in. Marmoush takes a touch here. I am done. I am done. This is insane. Full time 2-0, but what is that miss by Omar Marmoush? This cannot continue. The finishing is embarrassing. We win 2-0 and I feel like I've lost. Unfortunately for us and unfortunately for himself, Ruben DIAS is very unhappy with his game time and not starting against Hull City was the final straw. DIAS has said, listen, I'm very unhappy. My time is up. I'm leaving. Transfer request submitted. He will be leaving Pep Guardiola's side, will Ruben DIAS. Well, the Premier League table is looking pretty worrying for City's title hopes. Arsenal 13 points clear. We do have a game in hand against Brentford here at home today. Those 3 points will cut it down to a 10-point lead for Arsenal at the top of the table. Going to be difficult to catch them. I think it's going to be very, very difficult to catch Arsenal. We're near the halfway point. We're nearly into January. This is the last game of 2026, I think it is. And it's looking like it's certainly Arsenal's title to lose. Well, a few changes for our game against Brentford today. We go with exactly the same front three with their chance to impress. Savinho, Haaland, Marmoush. Foden sits in the hole with Xavi Simons just back from injury. We put him into that game and told he's not fit to be in the squad today. Wharton starts with Rodri in that midfield too. It's Cambiasso, Kusanov, Vardiel and Camavinga at the back four. In goal starts Diogo Costa. On the bench we've got Oscarson, Doku, Bob, Lewis, Edison, Nico, Frimpong, a very angry Ruben DIAS. He might even come out here for Vita Heiss on the bench because DIAS wants to leave the club. Well, if City have got any hopes of trying to win a back-to-back Premier League title and get back to title-winning ways this season, we have got to start win here today and we've got to start picking up more points. We sit 13 points off the league leaders Arsenal. Win today will cut it down to 10. 10 points, 18 games remaining, or 19 games remaining in the league table. That feels comfortable. I feel like we could catch Arsenal, but you never know. They're doing really well. This Brentford side look pretty good as well. They're actually up in around the mid-table spot. They've got some really good players. Castellanos, a former Girona player. Martin as well, former Girona player in there. Brian Burmo stuck around. Tarkovsky's been signed. Let's see their official lineup, but going to be a difficult game. Hopefully our players can do better, especially in front of goal. The finishing has been horrible. This is Thomas Frank's Brentford side starting in a 4-2-3-1 formation. They start with Mark Flecken in goal. It's a back four of Mukiele, Collins, Tarkovsky and Rico Henry. It's Sucic and Captain Norgard in midfield too. And then Castellanos leading the line. Ivan Martin in behind as well as in Burmo and Algibe as well. To go inside in Burmo. Castellanos. Norgard here with a good strike and a good save by Costa. It's behind for a corner. First strike goes Brentford's way. First test of the goalkeeper. Near post, dealt with by City. Collins. Ooh, good pass actually. Castellanos. Kusanov is there. Can't block it. Costa does. And Camavinga provides Brentford with the ball back, but he avoids going out for another corner. And plays a great ball through to Cambiasso. That's fantastic. And then back into Haaland by Cambiasso. And Haaland rides the challenges here. And Haaland's still going here. And Erling Haaland for City. What a goal from Erling Haaland, 1-0. That's more like the Haaland we know and love. And that needs to be more happening way more often. Great play from Cambiasso from fullback. What a find from Adam Wharton. Cuts them apart. Cambiasso does the same. And Haaland here, no stopping him. Back of the net. 1-0 Manchester City. Let's keep that up, Erling Haaland. Let's keep that up, Manchester City. Rodri, a bit weak here defensively. Chance here for Brentford. Good save by Costa. Get across. From Wharton. Great ball in towards Camavinga. And he's spacing behind here. And Camavinga finds Marmoush. No man Marmoush. And down in the box here, Haaland. Savinho pokes it. Back to Foden with a big strike here. And wide of the post by Phil Foden. Good chance. Wasted from Buemo. Chased by Rodri. Well played again, and Camavinga back into Vardiol. Half time 1-0 up, like the whole City game. That final ball, that final pass is missing. Into Haaland. Makes it stick, well played. Wharton. Savinho again, space for Savinho. Space wide for Cambiasso. Back to Savinho, who's got on the end of it. Savinho. Over top here. Marmoush back down. Savinho arriving! Oh, really good play, but we just that finish. Back out to Cambiasso. Rodri. Over to Camavinga, who's got a bit of space here on this left-hand side. Marmoush has gone narrow. Foden. Savinho. Poke through to Haaland here. Back to Savinho. Savinho hits it, saved by Flecken. Over top to Cambiasso. Down to Savinho, lets it run, and Brentford lump it away again here. And well done by Castellanos onto Schade, and away for Kusanov, and City in big trouble here. Here's Kevin Schade. And Schade's there, Camavinga dives in, Costa makes the save in the counter. But that's the problem when you don't finish your chances. The opposition might just get one. And one could be enough. Wharton, well played on Wharton, and back towards Costa. Costa long. Foden against Mbuemo. Flicks it on. Marmoush against Tarkowski. Marmoush, oh, he's made a meal of it again. Marmoush is a pass, but he can't find him. Back to Foden. Wharton. Cambiasso. Savinho. Haaland. Across the box. Marmoush for a tap-in. 2-0 City. It takes a deflection, it falls to Marmoush, who gives us a 2-0 lead. Come on. Fully deserved by that Manchester City side today. We've been far better. Does it take a big deflection? This it does off Collins' head. And it finds Marmoush to hammer it home. Vardiol. Ederson. Bad pass by him, but it comes back to him. Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob turns and hits it! Oh! I thought that was Ness in the top corner from Oscar Bob. Cambiasso here. From fullback. Cambiasso. It's gone to Bob instead. Bob pulls it across to Jeremy Doku! 3-0 City. Jeremy Doku scores as well here. That's more like it. That's really good play. Was that Rico Lewis's ball, by the way? Over top to Oscar Bob. If so, credit to Rico Lewis. What a pass. It is Rico Lewis. What a ball this is. Cambiasso blocks Ake off to Bob. Gets an assist. Doku slams it in the roof of the net. 3-0. His first goal in 16 appearances this season, Doku. That's really bad. City 3, Brentford 0. And there's certainly problems in Pep Guardiola's side, but maybe we can find the answers to those problems, the solutions. Well, next was a simulation against Bournemouth at home, where we picked up a 3-1 win. City in winning ways now. A double from Xavi Simons, who really has come back with a bang on his return from injury. They made it 2-1 from Traore in the 63rd minute. The game was finished off from fullback by Jeremy Frimpong to make it City 3, Bournemouth 1, and 3 points to the City side. Before we get into the final game of today's episode, I'd like to show the Premier League table where we are getting back into the title race. Yes, we're 10 points behind league leaders Arsenal, but with 18 games left to play, the title race, I believe, is still on. Into the last game of today's episode, it's going to be Carabao Cup semi-final first leg time. Manchester City against Everton. Bournemouth against Arsenal. Arsenal already 3-0. It looks like whoever wins between us and Everton will win. Or whoever wins will face Arsenal in the final. Hopefully it's us that wins. Everton up next. It's also worth mentioning that we are into the January transfer window. It is now January, and Liverpool have already started making big moves at the start transfer window. A €52 million signing of Atletico Madrid man Samuel Lino. Other than that, I think that is the only big move that's gone through at the start transfer window. A few other little talks going on here and there. Nothing quite too big. This side for the semi-final first leg, starting with the goalkeeper, it's Vanja Milinkovic-Savic, it's Frimpong, Cassano, Vardy and Camavinga. City's back four. In the midfield three, we've got Foden, the captain, Edison and Nico. And it's a front three. And obviously Foden won't be captain. It should be Erling Haaland, really, the players that are there. The front three is Oscar Bob, Omar Marmoush and Erling Haaland. We've got Oscarson, Savinho, Mukasa, Luis Cambiasso, Rodri O'Reilly, Bar and Costa on the bench. And keeping in mind that actually our next game is FA Cup first round action or third round action for us, where we can really rotate and play a lot of the younger players. I expect O'Reilly, Mukasa, Bar to start that one. So a semi-final here in the Carabao Cup as Manchester City take on Everton. This will be a two-legged affair. Arsenal 3-0 up after their first leg against AFC Bournemouth away from home. You expect Arsenal to go all the way to Wembley Stadium in this one. Manchester City against Everton. City, we are heavily the favourites, but we've been out of form this season. Everton trying to get their way to a cup final. David Moyes, what a return to the club it would be to get them to a cup final after only 2 years in charge, or 2.5 years in charge. Of course, the big man to look out for them is our big, giant striking Viking Erling Haaland, who started to get a little bit better in recent games. At right back today. See how he performs, and it's a terrible pass from Marmoush to start this one. What a win back by Edison, and here's Marmoush here. And Marmoush back to Haaland, blocked away. In today's game, Marmoush does really well to get it back, but Edison's played 2 poor passes at the start of this one. Marmoush into Camavinga. Into Haaland here, great ball. Haaland! 1-0 City in the Carabao Cup semi-final. And Erling Haaland gives us the lead here. Good find from Eduardo Camavinga from fullback. Plays him through, and Erling Haaland, there it is for the tap-in. Goes, and Brian can't cut it out, can't close down the angle for Erling Haaland. Puts it past Pickford, 1-0 Manchester City. That ball wide towards Camavinga. Another one through to Haaland here by Camavinga, and Haaland is there, and the goalkeeper. Haaland bullied the defender out of the way. He was just too close to Pickford by the end of it. It's a little bit deep here. Kusanov is there, penalty by Savic. I don't think it was a penalty. I mean, Kusanov gets there. He's tried to play it back to the goalkeeper. I'd like to see this again, ref, and see what you see as a penalty here. It's clumsy from the big man. Penalty Everton. Ty's going to have to take it. And he slams it in the top corner. Everton equalise at 1-1. Frustrating, but we haven't played like we have in today's episode so far. We missed Rodri in that midfield, perhaps. Bob can't get there. Look at the midfield. Nico Gonzalez, where are you today? I feel like I've got to make a change at half-time in that midfield. Nico's been really poor. Sitting in trouble again here. Tyskanov. And Kusanov makes the challenge. Vardy away. Off Frimpong. And again, Vardy will tackle, and Vardy just gets it away. Foot through it. Haaland down towards Foden. Foden through to Haaland. What a ball against on loan Kyle Samuel. Haaland past him. Past O'Brien. That sums up Erling Haaland's season. What a miss. On towards Frimpong. Fires one in towards Marmoush. Down to Haaland again. Straight at Pickford. And Everton get it away. Half-time 1-1. But Erling Haaland is back to his usual tricks of missing sitters. It's so frustrating. Space here for Holovach. Lots of space. Savic, big save. Corner ball. And Bob past the defender. And Oscar Bob, and he wants some support. And it's a great ping in towards Camavinga, who chests it down to Omar Marmoush. Oh! Another assist for Camavinga. Hit with power by Omar Marmoush. 2-1 Manchester City. And what a finish by Marmoush. What a ball by Bob this is. Camavinga's chests it into his path. He says, yeah, got this. Bang. Takes about 10 deflections on the way through off O'Brien and Pickford. Marmoush finds the back of the net. 2-1 City in this semi-final. And he's playing at centre-back. He steps into midfield and helps out a lot. And Foden finds Bob here. And Bob onto Haaland. And Erling Haaland across to Omar Mamouche for 3-1. That is more like it. Oscar Bob has been brilliant again. He won't get the statistics of an assist for 2 of the goals today. But 2 of the goals have come thanks to Bob. Haaland gets the assist, but what a ball by Bob this is. Completely unlocks them. Across to Mamouche. Hammers it in for 3-1. Big in this type of game in the semi-final. We'd like a good result going into that second leg at Goodison Park where it could get difficult. Ederson, right through middle to Erling Haaland. Mamouche, into Haaland, across to Oscar Bob, to get himself a goal as well! 4-1 Manchester City, and Oscar Bob's on the score sheet now. And this is starting to really come together, isn't it? Poetry in motion from Manchester City there. Brilliant football. Mamouche, Haaland and Bob combine again. And it's brilliant play. Mamouche through to Haaland. Cross to Oscar Bob. And he thumps it in for 4-1. And City are looking pretty confident going into that second leg now. 4-1 up here. Mikasa. Well, I want a ball through. Oskarson's through here. Oskarsson. Tried to go back to Mikasa. Garner. We should be really keeping the ball and trying to get more. We're 4-1 up. Kusanov. Oh, he's lost his man there. Salazar. Really good play. Oh, and Salazar puts it wide. What a chance. Salazar. Should have just got a goal there. Mopai. No way are you scoring against me. Kusanov away. Oskarsson. Mikasa. Oh, Bob was going as well on the far side. Full-time whistle goes. The end of the episode whistle. Full-time goes, really. 3-1, 4-1 win over Everton. Deserved. We're going to go through in that second leg, I think, for the final of the Carabao Cup. And hopefully we can chase Arsenal for the Premier League as well. A much more successful episode, a better episode. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. Tactically, things have worked a lot better in this episode, certainly. And we'll see you guys next time.